Hello, everyone, and welcome to Three Quarts Tarot. For those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Kelly, and I will be reading your tarot messages this evening. And for those that are returning viewers, thank you so much for taking the time out just to commune with me and Spirit. I'm just going to take a moment to sage the space. I've already prayed over the cards. And just while I'm doing that, I just wanted to give you a reminder that the readings that I do are general readings. So take what resonates and please leave the rest. If you find something, don't find anything in this particular reading, feel free to stop by my playlist and I'm sure you'll find something that resonates with you that I'm sure you'll like, and that'll definitely be something that you'll find healing from Spirit. So, once again, many thanks to you. What I'd like to do is to start with, as I said, a 3-card spread. And the question that you may have read in the caption that reads, what is your next blessing from Spirit? So I'm very excited, just so you're aware, to kind of watch the reading unfold as Spirit speaks to us with being the collective. I understand from a lot of the members of the collective that I've ran into since I've started my channel. Some are current watchers, some have never heard of it before, but just the level of excitement is already in the air that the collective is bracing for change at some point, whether it's personal, whether it's for families, or whatever is on our mind at the moment. Definitely there's positive change that's taking place. So that being said, let's get started with the reading. I've already prayed over the cards, as I mentioned earlier. So while I shuffle and just tune in, thank you for just being such a great YouTube audience. Everything's really appreciated. If this message resonates with you, by the way, feel free to give it a like or a thumbs up. And if you found some of the other readings that really speak to you, I give you an official invitation to also become a subscriber and to become a part of the Three Quarts Tarot family. We would love to have you come aboard and be a part of our family in general. So as I tune in, Spirit, what is the next blessing that's coming for the collective? Spirit, what is the next blessing that's coming in for me and the collective? Spirit, what is the next blessing? Oh, that's too many, but I will take the first card that came out. Wow. The first card that came out is the Knight of Cups. And many of you that are familiar with tarot, you know that deals with satisfaction, that deals with having everything, your desires, all of the desires that you would like. And it also deals with having everything where you're right on the cusp of your desires. So what Spirit is mentioning to me in this particular card is, again, I can't get away from these positive colors, such as the beautiful bluish gray color. A lot of the times, blue deals with Archangel Michael, who is one of the protectors of us as people that are in the collective. And notice how it surrounds this particular person, and he has his arms crossed as if he's reached the high point of what he's looking for in life. And even you can see a slight smirk or smile in his face. I don't know if you can make it out in the camera or not, but being surrounded also by the golden cups, those represent every desire that this particular person may want. And sometimes it can also indicate that there's everything except one desire that will be the icing on the cake. So it's almost like they're on the cusp of having complete wish fulfillment. So with us being the collective, I would say that Spirit is mentioning to you that this is a big blessing that's coming up for you. And you can almost fill in the blank as to what that would indicate Spirit is mentioning to you, whether it's financial, whether it's with love and romance, whether it's with your career, whether it's your place where you live. This is a good indication that it's happening for you. And I'm so excited to hear this myself, not just for myself, but for all of you out there as well. And it just mentions that since you're right at that point, do not give up, because this is what you have waiting for you on the other side of whatever challenges you might be facing. So I'm going to put this one down and see if there's any additional messages before I clarify each one. So I'm going to just shuffle again for the second card draw. Spirit, what additional messages or blessings are coming in for us as the collective? Let's see. That's too many, but I will take out the King of Swords, and just so you're aware, the Ace of Swords, which is kind of Spirit's way of saying that's the truth, and the Page of Pentacles, which indicates that there is some sort of a benefit or a gift that's coming your way. But I want to focus on the very first card that came out, which is the King of Swords. And while I do that, I'll just put these back in the tarot deck. I apologize for the loud shuffling of the cards just then. And the King of Swords, if you can kind of get a good picture of what's showing right now, the King of Swords definitely knows how to move with intelligence, with control, with integrity. And the King of Swords also knows how to cut through a lot of fine points and things that may be true, or to cut through a lot of BS, I'll put it that way. And this is going to be your stance even before getting to this particular point where you reach your point of satisfaction, because it takes having the attributes of the King of Swords in order to get to this point, because sometimes we run into situations where when we see our goal and the goal is just like right in front of us, sometimes there's a spiritual reason that there may be a blockage, or there may be just like circumstances where I believe nothing is by happen circumstance, that there's a reason for everything. Sometimes there's a way that we kind of need to get out of our own way. And sometimes there's obstructions that other people try to put in our way as well. But the King of Swords knows how to discern between those two and to make the right decision to either cut that particular obstruction out of his life and to move forward, or whether or not to consult with Spirit to see how he can modify it or change it and improve his life. So the King of Swords, as well as you collective, also, you'll be either gaining that sort of wisdom to move forward, or you have already achieved it through your own spiritual practices and wise decisions. So this is what's also a blessing, to have that sense of discernment. So I think that's the key word that describes the King of Swords, at least one of them. So one of them is discernment, the other one is wisdom, and the next is just the courage to carry those out. So that's just one of many, or one of those three cards that gives that indication that this is what's going to bring about the desired outcome in your life. And then finally, I'll do the third main card draw. So bear with me while I just tune in. Spirit, what's the final blessing that's coming our way, Spirit, as a collective? Another sword came up, and it is the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords is a very interesting tarot card from the suits, as they call them in the traditional tarot deck. Now, the Page of Swords is actually a card where it involves someone who's looking back. As you can notice, the figure in this particular card, even though he has a sword drawn in front of him. And the indication that I'm getting from Spirit is many of us in our lives are not only needing to let go of the past and to cut it out of our lives if it's something that's been challenging or something that no longer serves us, but we need to learn again how to actually bring that about. And whether it's people, places, or things. And in this particular tarot card I'm getting from Spirit, he doesn't want you to look back when it comes to things that are showing up in your life of that nature, where you need to cut out either a bad habit or a relationship that no longer serves you, where it may or may not be toxic, and to have the strength just to look back, only to see the lesson that particular circumstance brought you. And then once you see the lesson and thank Spirit for helping you to make it through it, then it's okay to release it and let it go. And I always find that once I release those things that have been a lesson in my life, that makes room for the courage that I need to make the final separation. And it also opens the door for the satisfaction, whether it's spiritually, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, or romantically, or even with your path that Spirit has you on. So what I want to do next is just to see if Spirit has any additional messages. I'll start from the original one, the Nine of Cups, to see if Spirit has any additional final words of encouragement for us as the collective. And I'll just sage once again, just to sage the space. And thank you for your attention and just to being a part of the Three Quartz Tarot family this evening. I really look forward to doing these readings, and it's such a pleasure each time I log on and meet with you all. So, Spirit, what final message do you have for us as a collective? What final message regarding the blessings that you have for us, particularly with the Nine of Cups? What's the final message with the Nine of Cups, Spirit? What is the final message you have for us, Spirit, with the Nine of Cups and the blessing that you have for us as a collective? it looks like it's the Knight of Wands. So with the Knight of Wands, that's something that is kind of, how can I best describe it? Well, the Knight of Wands is actually one of the, I hate to call it the more elemental or the more rooted and grounded knights in the tarot deck. And the way that this particular knight is actually moving a little bit, but it's almost as if the horse is like raising back, and it's almost like it's starting to charge forward a little bit. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I hope I'm saying this correctly, and if there is anything else, please let me know. This particular card deals with trying to gain forward movement, but there's like a delay in some sort. So I don't know if there's going to be a delay from what Spirit is telling me with this coming about. And the indication that I'm getting, it's really up to you when this whole process of achieving the satisfaction begins. So that's something that a lot of people say it's divine timing when a lot of these blessings come in. And some people say that it's the law of attraction, you know, and there's so many different views regarding it. I believe it's a combination of the two, because Spirit works with us as we work with him. He or she doesn't bombard us with its presence, but we invite Spirit in. And once that's done through our prayers and meditation and our spiritual practices, then Spirit has a chance to work on our behalf. So as this particular card indicates, that does take place even with our desires and wants and needs as well. So let me just put that just below. So the next draw is for the King of Swords. So Spirit, what final message do you have for the blessings of the King of Swords coming forth for the collective, Spirit? This is very interesting. There looks like a bit of a challenge coming up with, and it goes right under the King of Swords. This is actually the Eight of Swords. And if you notice, this particular person is bound not only by their hands and their arms, but they're also bound by what they see. So the blessings that you're looking at, I get an indication from Spirit that there may be some things in your life that you might either be bound by due to circumstances outside of yourself, or that you aren't able to see as of yet. And that may be one of the reasons why some of the more satisfactory or some of the more larger blessings have been delayed. But as I mentioned earlier, through just communing with Spirit and inviting Spirit in, that's pretty much a good first step to make when it comes to this. So you're not in any way just doomed to being bound or missing out in any way, because that's why this particular card is your card of hope, so to speak. And Spirit just wants you to know that even though you may feel stuck, you may feel bound, as indicated by this particular card, you're really not, because not only do you have the hope and the backing of spirit to guide you, he's given you this particular power to break through the barriers, to break through those chains that are in the mind that try to keep you not only from moving forward, but seeing forward. So that's, even though it fell under this particular card with the King of Swords, this is your card of hope, that not only are you not bound currently, but if you are finding that you're stuck in a challenging circumstance, you have the power that Spirit is giving you to become unstuck and unbound. It's simply a matter of just connecting with Spirit through prayer, and not just meditation, but also studying some of the Hermetic principles, or studying some of the more esoteric things. You can even look them up and Google them online, and gaining the knowledge that you need in order to surmount and overcome any situation that comes your way. So not only is this your card of hope, but it's a card of direction, knowing that Spirit is guiding you on that path even as we speak. So I'm finding that encouraging for myself as well. I hope it encourages you wherever you're at on your spiritual journey right now. And then the final card draw is going to be for the Page of Swords. So bear with me one moment as I shuffle the cards. Spirit, what is the final message for the Page of Swords, the final blessing that's coming our way as a collective? Wow, that one just flew right out. And this is actually the Six of Swords, a lot of swords in this particular reading. But please don't take that as an omen of anything that's ominous or negative, particularly for this one, because even though it fell underneath the Page of Swords, which indicates kind of a looking back at what has been, or some of the challenges that were setbacks, this is the card of hope, meaning that not only are you going to overcome all those challenges, but you're moving from whatever rough waters you were facing to calmer waters. And just through this illustration alone, it lets you know about the beautiful horizon. It lets you see the blue, crystal clear water. And it also lets you know that this particular person has a guide, even though he's using the staff as a guide. Spirit's just saying that you have an inner compass that knows that where you're going right now is something that's building your sense of fortitude. It's building your strength. It's also allowing you to know that you can achieve what you want in life, and that nothing is impossible for you to achieve, because this is your endorsement that not only your higher self knows that you can surmount any obstacle, but it already sees you at this end result where you're going to make it through, and you're going to actually be on top in so many areas in your life. And it just takes that sense of navigation, following Spirit's navigation through whatever your spiritual practice may be, and perseverance too, because I'm certain that rowing in this particular boat that the gentleman has, it's going to be a journey for you. So most journeys do take an extensive period of time, depending on so many factors, but it's almost like that saying goes, slow and steady wins the race. So with Spirit with us, I'm certain that we can make it not only through any obstacle, but we come out on the other side as not only enlightened people, but our lives are much better as a whole. And noticing the two people that are in the boat with the gentleman, we not only take our own lives being better, but we also improve the lives of others, whether we know them personally, whether we just meet them for the first time. We bring not only ourselves with this blessing, but we bring others with us as well. So that's what I'm getting from that particular read with that card. Absolutely beautiful. So I just wanted to say thank you once again. I really just love tarot, as you can probably guess. So I am an avid studier of the craft, and I seek to improve my skill set every day. And I just wanted to say thank you so much once again. I'm going to end the reading at this point, and if there's a question that you have, feel free to email me. And again, if this speaks to you in any way, feel free to give it a like or thumbs up. And also check out some of the previous videos that I have. So I will be posting very soon. This one was actually a live, even though I wanted to download it, but there are some technical issues. So I'm glad that I could present it either way. So at any rate, I hope you enjoy the fall season wherever you're located, and always be blessed wherever you are, because Spirit is always with you. Take care. Blessings.